What do you actually want to do about the gun protective policies you want to
For the gun violence week, for me personally, we're all here together for multiple reasons. Everybody has their own outlook on the whole situation.
Oh yeah.
Me personally, I feel there's something to be done. Mental health has been a big thing. Kids focusing on being nicer to each other, just being nice to each other. I saw kids get bullied just yesterday.
Totally agree.
It was horrible. Stuff like that. I don't believe that guns should be taken away from everybody. I'm definitely for the Second Amendment, all that. I go hunting. I like that stuff too. I believe though that there definitely should be a line between two. Like, there are some guns that clearly can do more damage than other guns, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that.
What guns would those be?
There are solid shotguns are already illegal. But still, I know some of the fast ones.
I'm sorry, he got through to me.
So he's going to
I want
decide.
to make it harder for people who shouldn't have guns to get guns.
Okay, so I know you're in full favor of background checks because statistics prove that 35% less homicides. There's a 35% less homicide rate on average in states that have background checks. So I'm totally for that. But what is your view on like AR-15s? Because that's been the big debate recently.
Yeah, AR-15s. Just get it's an AR-15. I don't think I need one. I don't think you would need one. I don't think anybody here in this group needs one. It's a military-grade weapon.
That's not a military-grade weapon. If we sent our army into war with AR-15s, that would be.
Nevertheless, it is a weapon. It is a weapon of killing people. It's not a weapon for hunting.
Every weapon is a weapon of killing people.
It's just the person behind it. If I throw down a gun right here,
it's
not. It's an inanimate object.
Yes. However, 80%.
However, you look at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. You look at the shooting at Sandy Hook.
You can do more damage with the AR-15 than you can do with a pistol.
Have you seen down in Sutherland Spring shooting? Did you hear about that? Where there is, I don't know how many people actually killed. I think it was 23 to 26. But it was actually stopped by a NRA instructor who had an AR-15.
I don't think there is a need for guns.
Yeah.
In a way. However, I think there definitely needs to be more of a challenge for people to get guns. I believe right now it's way too easy for people to get guns. There's too many loopholes.
Are you talking about the gun show loophole?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say that's been proven wrong.
Just did a video last month after the shooting actually, where a guy got a gun off of Craigslist, and within 2 hours he had his pistol.
Which is actually illegal.
That's illegal.
Yeah. Okay, he still got it though. So
how do you stop that?
You can't stop criminals from getting guns either.
So it's a black market. There's ways to go around all of this.
Yeah,
but a 12-year-old can legally get a gun at a gun show.
Actually, that's not true at all. You have to have.
That's
Have you ever been to a gun show? Yes. Just a question. Yeah, my dad bought an AR-15 from there actually, and you have to give them your license. You have to wait 3 days. You have to do every single thing. They have to run a background check on you within those 3 days, or else it is illegal.
And there's no opposition to that.
I would just ask you guys why you feel like you need a high-powered assault rifle.
We're not saying that we need it.
That's why the Second Amendment is here.
A tyrannical government, an oppressive government like Nazi Germany.
So you're comparing our government to Nazi Germany?
All governments to Nazi Germany. Looking to do that. Donald Trump is not looking to do that.
We live over here.
I live in our lives and become like Nazi Germany. But the fact that some people's grandparents that are around today in the U.S. didn't fear that fact is why they're now ashes in Germany.
Exactly.
So the whole tyrannical government aspect, we branched off from a tyrannical government. And that's why we have the Second Amendment, to protect ourselves from that actually happening again. If you take away, you see every single country that became one, first took away rifles, then they took away pistols. So their citizenship was completely disarmed. So and also you have to look at the factor of, we've been having constant threats from foreign countries. If we completely disarm our citizens, they're going to come in and just slaughter people.
I don't think our goal is to disarm every citizen. Our goal is to not take away guns from everyone. Our goal is to control mass-powered weapons that have the potential to kill large amounts of people.
So AR-15s constitute in the mass military-grade weapons, do you?
In mass-powered weapons.
It's a semi-automatic.
Do you know the difference between semi-automatic and fully automatic? I'm assuming you do. Okay, just making sure. So
I want to know, what do you believe, just personally?
How to help with
No, just, is it easier to kill people, like, with an AR-15 or a Glock?
Now,
honestly,
it
depends on where you're at, first of all, but a Glock is very, very much easier to conceal.
Yeah.
Do you believe that we are safe? Who goes to Fallon? You go to Fallon.
I go to Fallon.
We do. I mean, he goes to SLU.
Do you feel safe in our school?
I mean, I think we could.
I'd feel a lot safer if we had armed and uniformed guards at our school that were there to protect
teachers.
No,
I completely agree.
Personally, I don't think teachers should be armed. I think we should have armed
proposition?
and uniformed guards. So when someone walks up, they're gonna know there are armed and uniformed guards there and
I
to protect our
completely
children.
agree with you.
So we
I
all have
completely agree.
points.
But the gun-free zone aspect of it, everyone
Every single
pushing
mass
for
shooting.
gun-free zone. 98% of mass shootings, I think that's the statistic, since 2013 have happened in gun-free zones.
So do you think you should end gun-free zones?
I don't think we should end them everywhere, but I think we do need armed guards to protect our children.
So
Just like we protect our
that
banks,
gun-free
we protect our
zones,
president.
that shootings have occurred in gun-free zones. So that sounds like you're saying end gun-free zones.
Yes, it happens in the gun-free zones.
I think he's just stating fact. He's stating that 90% of mass shootings happen in gun-free zones.
Yeah,
he's not saying necessarily
My
un-gun-free
follow-up
zones.
question is, should you end gun-free zones?
I mean, in
since so
certain
many mass
aspects,
shootings?
in some places, yes, I believe we should.
What would
But
those
in
places
places
be?
like schools, I don't think we should. I don't think we should in school. I don't think you should be able to carry into school. But I feel like
Those places in
like
Chicago,
movie theater,
yes, I feel like you should be able to in a movie theater because I mean we saw in Colorado where a man walked in and shot up the movie.
Thought he was a
right,
Joker.
that's an example used a lot. So their point about in schools, period.
Oh, do you want to hear my
Right.
proposition for what we should do for
Yes.
schools?
Hit it.
Yes.
Okay, so there's enough unemployed veterans in the whole United States to arm 3 armed guards at every single school. We protect our banks, we protect our government buildings, we protect all aspects of our government besides our schools, which is our most important aspect because that's our future. So I feel like you cannot tell me a school shooter is going to walk up, see a guy holding like an assault rifle right there and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to still walk in there. Because he'll be shot down.
True, but I don't think
I'm
I'm
veterans
walking
to
into
guard
school.
schools.
Yes, because we have a terrible epidemic
What about
of unemployed
veterans with
veterans.
PTSD?
You should be tested for that.
Do veterans have the same training as police officers?
They have actually more extensive training.
But in the same context, are they trained to go into a war zone and to kill
A veteran
people, or
who's
are
been
they
out for
trained
20
to
years
protect
does
people?
not have the same. You're talking about you got to say.
Even a teacher that's very well trained with guns should be able to carry a gun
Did
in
you
school.
know like
They're all saying no.
They should not.
did you say did you know that
They're gonna
NRA
turn on you
members
in school and just like shoot
Yeah,
kids?
they're not gonna
actually
kill kids.
Then why
concealed
would they
carry
get
have
shot by a
committed
teacher this week?
I think it's what
No.
Regardless of your views, we want to tell you guys that we respect your opinion, and the point of this march is to catalyze this conversation regardless of what your opinion is. So we really appreciate you coming out and telling us your views on this.
And I want to thank you guys for being
thank you very
respectful
much.
because
Didn't hear. I heard. I was saying like
thank you guys
I
very
might have been in a
much.
sarcastic tone,
Everybody-
nevertheless. But I said the NRA has got to go. I was cheering with a chance, and then someone came up to me, somehow knew my position on things all of a sudden, and told me that I was not welcome here. It does not seem like a very well of a catalyst for conversation.
on both sides.
That's true. But the entire time we had some huge like 6'6" guy block us trying to slow us down.
Well, you also have to understand if you're coming in this context.
I thought this was supposed to be
there's gonna
catalyst.
Huh?
I thought this was supposed
I
to be
know,
catalyst.
that's what our purpose is.
And now we just having a conversation.
That is our, yeah.
Do what we
No,
just
listen to
said.
me. That is our purpose. People are not always in the exact same state of mind that we are.
That's pretty freaking political.
Correct. Good talk, guys.
That's pretty political move.
I'm sorry, but if you did not like what you're marching for, then you could have left it in.
So what about the NRA and its money and gripping
Oh,
politicians?
well, I mean,
What
NRA.
about
The
that?
NRA is supporting the Second Amendment. They're trying to put candidates in
Congress that
support
support.
Second
Oh,
Amendment.
hold on,
Yeah,
Benji,
so they
Benji,
should support candidates that support the Second Amendment, and they should give them money to access
I
those.
actually know a lot
The
about
government is not the place for bipartisan
unions. Unions
money
give
from organizations.
They do.
unions give over, I think, 20 million in elections.
Membership. When Planned Parenthood backs a candidate, for instance, do you ever see Planned Parenthood shut down anything? Shut down debates, shut down candidacies, shut down.
Nova and Antifa actually have quite a bit,
Yes.
which
But he mentioned Planned Parenthood. I'm just asking.
Yes.
Planned Parenthood is a very evil organization.
Yeah, they kill 300,000 lives every
But
year.
does
Like,
Planned Parenthood have the strength that the
power.
NRA does? The power that the
yes,
NRA
they have a
does?
lot
Sure
of
they
money.
do. I'm positive they do.
The NRA is
Considering
donating
that
10
they give
million.
way more money than the NRA.
NRA has actually only given 10 million in the past 4 years to candidates, whereas Planned Parenthood has given, is it like 150 million?
It's much, much.
And what does the money do?
Money goes directly to Democratic candidates that support,
And
abortions.
so you believe that the NRA is less powerful than Planned
I'm
Parenthood?
saying
Ooh,
that the
I
NRA
would
does not
say,
support
yeah.
an evil position like the Planned Parenthood does.
Well, I'm not.
The NRA does not what? Does what? I
The
didn't hear you.
NRA does not support an evil position that the Planned Parenthood does.
Yeah.
That's-
But like
it's murder.
On the statistical side, Planned Parenthood does actually give a lot more money than the NRA to candidates, which in turn can really help them throughout the elections because they can
Show
go
more
outdoors,
ads.
show more ads, and everything like that.
That's just a question. I just wondered if you believe that the Planned Parenthood is less powerful,
I think that Planned Parenthood
is more powerful
Yes.
than the NRA.
Yes, ma'am.
I think people would be shocked.
Well, I mean, if you look,
most people would feel
if
that
you
the
look
NRA is
at
more powerful.
if you look at actual
Do you think most
statistics,
people feel the NRA is more powerful?
I would say killing 300,000 people a year is pretty freaking powerful.
yeah.
Well, we're not talking about
Yes.
we're not talking about the NRA.
I'm talking about deaths. If we're talking about deaths,
We're talking about political action.
Yes,
if we're talking about money,
action.
Planned Parenthood's money.
Yes.
If we're talking about candidates, Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
Political action, not
Political
not
action,
money
Planned Parenthood
given.
gives more money to candidates that are more
Because
powerful.
money given doesn't always get you what you want.
Well, the NRA doesn't always get what they want. I mean, history favors the courageous, my friend. History
But
favors the courageous.
courage is not negative. Courage is not nasty. Courage is not
How am I being nasty?
I like having.
How am I being nasty? My tone?
You have an air of condescendence with every word that you speak.
Just because I'm loud does not mean I'm negative.
Not
This is just how
Mentality
Benji is, guys.
I don't-
He's not trying to be
totally
rude.
quiet over here. I
Yeah,
mean, he's-
Brady. He doesn't
feels
like.
a
He
lot,
doesn't like
but he's
voicing his
not.
opinion, as you can tell. I mean.
But you're like an intellectual about this.
Yes.
You have
I like-
facts and figures, and
We're
he
not,
does too.
Yeah.
we're not saying
Facts
that you're,
and figures.
we're not saying that
and-
you're uneducated. We're just saying that he seems to have more of his facts.
Which yes, I like.
Yes.
To,
You have them too, but you're
Yes.
just.
I'm not using
You're
them.
putting your emotion into everything.
Yes,
you're
I'm
saying.
doing exactly
I
what you're
like
doing.
to. I like to try.
He's
He's actually been.
We use the facts because they don't care about your feelings.
I mean, you guys, this side's been pretty calm.
Yeah, you're the only one.
It's okay.
Exception. Donald Trump's the only exception.
If you guys would like to organize marches and have your voices be heard, I think you guys maybe should do it.
I thought this was supposed to be a non-political organization, so that all people from all sides come here and come by out.
which is great.
Yeah.
You guys can.
I was very much told that
That's
I was not welcome here. So are these guys. So are these guys.
Who told you?
These
I-
guys.
Do that.
Oh,
What
I was
Lizzie
actually-
Bellina told me before I said anything. You're not welcome.